Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. So we're still working on our New Zealand shorts. We got an alert from Pound yesterday. Sorry, from Pound Yen this morning. Broke above 166.83. Um, I was looking at gold this morning. I said yesterday if we break below 1985, we'll be bearish, and we didn't. So we're not bearish, even though people have other opinions and whatever that is. Sure do. I'm still a bit I'm still a bit frustrated, but I guess um, yeah, stupidity comes a long way, right? Anyways, how are we? Selling us dollar, US dollar. Okay, well, maybe we'll look at it. Maybe. I will just go to New Zealand first. I wanted to short this one, so to buy this one. So that is where we're streaming yesterday. We are still just rising and rising and rising, and no deep pullback whatsoever. We hit the daily target, and we hit the center pivot for today. Euro New Zealand. Have I into that trade there? With a double check here, New Zealand. I only have one trade on. Okay, cool. Whatevs. Yo, Stefano. Okay, cool. I'll look at them. I saw your message, and I don't think I was sleeping when I said I only gave you one word. That was a really bad response, but I guess it gave you what you need. So yeah, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, high as a kite, right? High as a kite. And it's almost ridiculous to even thinking about buying it. But I don't know what else to do. Might should have bought yesterday the 1020, which is more annoying than actually allow myself to think at the moment. Actually, so we peaked New York, we bottomed London. I am going to take a scalp on it. Just need to find the price I want to take a scalp. So meaning I will be out very quickly if it goes wrong. So don't worry about it. It's actually not a long-term trade. But this can go a bit down. That would actually be much appreciated, actually. Cash says, I love you hoodie. Yeah, I'm thinking about if I should make a merge out of it. Yeah, it's very cozy, actually. It's a bit cold today, actually. So yeah. So good morning, Cash. Kase. Maybe sorry. Just call the Cash instead. Sorry, Ed. Good morning, Ari. Good morning, Sisikelo. Good morning, Stefano. How far are we from weekly here on Aussie New Zealand, though? 76. 90 pips to central. Oh, yeah. Can I get an entry there? Is it even a possibility? Like, Aussie New Zealand has a deep pullback. So if I am buying like here now, it's like 90, 70 pips back to where it should be. So I'm contemplating. But when you contemplate, Ivan, you normally do stupid things, right? This is a weekly, actually. Okay. So we hit the weekly 5th. We hit weekly 13th. We didn't hit weekly that week. And then we have a D pullback, which in turn doesn't really matter to me. Fair enough. Okay, go back to now. Where are we now, Evan? We are very high. Okay, it's 1.5 miles down. Logically, it doesn't make sense to buy it right now. Good morning, Amazon. I will consider use this Swiss sword. Okay, I will go over to that one since you're so kind and sweet, Stefano. Okay. I just don't like those setups, to be honest. I just don't like those scenarios where we don't really have resistance. Sure, but it's like it's those scenarios where sorry, where we tend to go much higher before we fall again. So in my pattern recognition brain, this is a hit or miss, 50%. Where I would like to have it much higher before falling. But yeah, considering is the word. My consideration is if it was okay. So now we go there, right? Would you sell that? Yeah. Would you sell that? Is that the same? Is that the same setup? No. Why is it not the same setup, Ivan? Because this one had a much steeper fall compared to this one, meaning this can be the end. The pullback we are seeing now is much greater than this one. So there might be some further, what do you call it? Some further taking profit that we don't really see. Yeah, there we go, bro. There we go. That's what I was thinking of seeing. Is it target for the month? It's a no-go zone. Bujello said, Joe says, or Anthony says, gold was confusing yesterday. I can agree with you. I can agree with that on gold. But I haven't seen gold since I went off live. I just go off the chart. I don't really care too much, right? Yeah, we're just mentioning that. So it's a 1 hour counter trend. It hits target for the month. It's showing pretty aggressive pullback after the aggressive fall, meaning that whatever you see ahead of you, you can't have quite a deep retracement back up. And I said it was 50-50, and now it's become 30-70. I almost always lose in that position. Happy for you, Ari. Happy for you. How's your new job going, mate? You're doing well in that job. If you don't want to put it on chat, you can send me a message on it. I just wanted to ask you about it. So we did not break below 1985. Okay, cool. Sure. Then what else is there to undo? It's still bullish then. Still testing. Okay. So all right. Okay. Sorry, mate. So we're back at 2002. Okay. What does that mean? We discussed yesterday that gold would be bearish below 1985 on the A1 trading YouTube channel. Okay. And then what? Then you continue buying them. So it's very pragmatic in my life. It's very like, okay, cool, continue then. Then your theory was right, and you even got a discount now from 2050 to 2000 50 ounce, $50 per ounce discount. Fine, but if it goes below 1985, then you're out then, right? It's very easy peasy lemon squeezy in my eyes. Yeah, did he buy gold or something yesterday? Also, I don't blame the dude though. Stop loss was 78. He should still be in it. He should actually be still in it. He bought 97, 90, 1997, which is here. And stop loss was 78, 7. So he should be still in it. So, yeah. He wasn't short, bro. I'm literally looking at it right now. Like I'm looking at what he did, right? So yeah. So yeah. Cool. But yeah, so it's a clear-cut case of continue buying. As long as we don't challenge those. Do you have a higher high? No, you don't. You have a lower low. You have a lower high. Okay. Locally, you have a new higher high, a new higher low. Okay, is that enough for you? Do you? Okay. In this situation, do you normally have profitability? And I don't. How many screens do you got, Mr. D? You want to see how many screens I have? Okay. I'm sorry for the mess, bros, but yeah, just going to take away some coffee so it doesn't spill on my keyboard. Okay, so we got screen number 1. That is Discord. Okay, take off the background thing then. Settings, virtual background, none. Okay, so screen number 1, Discord. Screen number 2 is what do you guys see and I see. That is a 27 inch. That is a 24 inch. I thought I had all 24 inches, and there's you. So I can't pull the cable further enough, bro. But basically that. Okay, I can pull it up on a big screen then. So 1 screen, 2 screen, 3 screen, and there you are, bro. And I use that screen for Counter-Strike. So if somebody's messaging me on Discord, I will see it in case I do something bad. You never know. So, cool. Happy? So 124, 127, and 124 inch. And they're all on screen stand, so they can be moved and turned around and whatever things it's called in English. Twist it around. Missouri Zana, Eugene. Missouri. Ni baridi kidogo. But yeah. Yeah. Maisha ni mzuri. So yeah, that's that. Oh, I'm not back on the screen. Cool. So that's me. 3 screens. I would like a second row now. But yeah, so I normally have my trading broker on the left screen whenever I'm in meetings, so I can, because that's what I want to do, the third screen, so I can trade while having meetings. I don't miss out on stuff, basically. So China posted some good numbers, but dollar seems resilient. Is that a concern for us who are long? No, you want China to do good to go China long. be honest. Should be a part of your strategy. Yeah, I needed 3 above. Yeah, I do. Yeah, definitely. Good morning, Falcon. What do you think dollar will be strong or weak today? I think it is going well. It doesn't really matter because I am off the bandwagon of dollar at the moment, and it's currently falling. And I said yesterday that look out for shorts. Don't sell it right now, but look out for shorts. So there we have it. Michael, can we look at pound dollar, please? We can, sure do. Seems like okay. That's interesting turn of events of my trading plans, by the way, people. So I said either that 23.67, which got into play yesterday, or 24.28. Goals got into play yesterday. Didn't make a lower low. So technically, we're still we are in a small range short term. So can we buy it now? Yeah, sure. Just checking euro as well. Did euro come down to like M2 for the week or something? Bullshit. Yeah, of course it did. Am I getting tricked? Am I being played again? Okay, well, whatever. Okay. Oh, we can buy. Look for pullback on pound, and look for pullback on euro, then buy it. Then shit. Okay. Oh well, it is what it is then. Euro is coming back to resistance. Pound is back at resistance. So what I want to see in London now is basically, I don't know. Is that too much to ask for? And then going higher? Maybe. Maybe it's too much to ask for. So 50 pips too late on euro. I don't know why my brain doesn't work. I am trying to create some fundamental analysis course topic things, and I don't know why I didn't take that trade. It was too hard yesterday. Okay, so yesterday, where were we yesterday? Where was what was I seeing yesterday? I was seeing that yesterday. Okay, and on a euro, I was seeing we're actually at a low. We hit our stop loss just for the fun of it yesterday. But okay. So, pound. Dollar weakness. Great. Brand new higher high. If we didn't take that buy, because we didn't, either a brand new higher high come back to pull back to central, or come back down to M2 looking for a buy. I wouldn't short it. What happened? I would, if short it, wait for 25. So it's another 70 pips up or something before we can look for a short. Is that good enough, bro? Yeah. I don't know, bro. I just leave the market when I leave the chart, leave the what do you call it, the streams, and I apparently lost it. How much to join your live Discord? It's free. Hi, bro. Still live here. Oh. Wow. Walter. Wow. You, Walter. The Walter. Oh. Yeah, yes, I'm actually long Euro New Zealand at the moment at 75.50. a good old seasonality trade, taking profit around 17th of May. Yeah, could probably look for a buy now even, but somewhere in that direction, yeah. Nat gas, I never got the hang of nat gas. It's been absolutely crazy since you left. I have to say that nat gas. Well, last year in energy price and everything with nat gas, wow. For those who doesn't know what I'm talking about, this dude would make money left, right, and center on natural gas. And we were up at 10, I don't know, is it dollars per unit or something? We were normally supposed to be 2.5, so which we actually have come down to now, but it was absolutely crazy last year with nat gas and the prices. And this dude would make money left, right, and center. I don't also lose sometimes, but basically tried our best, I guess. And then it was a bit of luck and a bit of non-luck. But yeah. Isn't your New Zealand in monthly take profit zone? Yes, it is, but with my back testing, it generally doesn't care about it. It still continues. The opportunity there is deeper pullbacks. So yeah. Morning. Could NASA under waiting for earnings release? Yeah, maybe. Hello, Tito. So you're absolutely right, but that only gives me more opportunities to buy it again, more than anything else. Because when you go back in time, for example, last year, May 17th, 17 is there. Put the month is on. Bullish, okay, cool. You can see that we do react to it, and we do react to weekly targets. That's all right. There you go. Try to click that OK button. We react to weekly targets, but we still just come back down to some kind of central, some kind of M2. So my point about buying Euro New Zealand continuously, even today, is a scalp. It is as nothing to offer. It doesn't pay any bills if I do so, because I would take like 10% of my normal trading lot size, because I would rather buy in such a pivot M2 area going forward. So because I know through what has happened previous years that we do come back pretty hard sometimes when we have gone higher. So it's just about staying strong, staying true to the pullbacks, so that I don't buy too high and burn myself too high. 2021 was the only one that didn't work out, actually. But if you go to like years like 2019, I want to avoid 2020 because it's not really the greatest place on earth. But if you do 2019, that was not until May even. Okay. We have weekly target comes a bit down. Weekly target doesn't get hit, but it comes down. Weekly target comes a bit down, and then monthly again. So I'm aware of the problem kind of thing, and I'll just wait it. I will use that as a buying opportunity. Sorry. How do you calculate your position size for gas or indices? The smallest lot size possible. And I think that lot size is on brokers that I use is 10,000 units. So not 1,000, but 0.10. So you're very much welcome, bro. I've been doing fine, by the way. So who asked me where I was living? Somebody asked me about that. I agree with you, Jessica, by the way. But anyways, doesn't really matter. Cool. Moving forward. So yeah, that is that one. Then New Zealand CAD, which I wanted to do earlier. It's not coming back. Great. Has it hit a target? Don't tell me target. Don't tell me it hit target. Oh, nay. Ugh. Why? Why has it hit target already? That's so terrible. What do we do? Yeah, okay. Okay. That's a bummer. If that's a thing even. I'll just see how things plays out, to be honest. So at the moment, it's coming back up. Euro is making a new high. Pound is trying to make a new high. New Zealand is trying to make a new high. CAD yen is high. Aussie yen is high. I have two Aussie yens. USD yen is not bearish yet. Pound dollar is coming around. I don't know. Cool still. Yeah, cozy. Okay. So back to what I wanted to do. New Zealand Swiss, I want to sell it, but I can't right now. New Zealand yen can't sell it. New Zealand dollar can't sell it. Euro New Zealand want to buy it. It's very high. Australian New Zealand. It's tickling me. It's definitely tinkle, dingle me. If that's even a word. But I'll just put scalp on now. Stop loss below 10.43 pips on. That would be down there maybe. Yeah, but down to 108. That's 50 pips. Yeah, it's okay. Can't complain about it. And then if it does that, I will look to buy again. If it does that, I will look to buy again. So right now I'm just buying this for short measure. And then we can look for making sure we haven't target in the month yet. Cool. Daily. 108.30. 108.20 should be my other buy entry actually there. Buy limit. Stop loss 107. What? 107.90. 107.80. Yeah, something like that. So that is that one. So just bought Aussie New Zealand. It's been quite really quiet weeks for me, Jessica. Yes, it has been. Well, you have a tough task. I would have to admit that first of all. But use the yen 6th of April. Just closed it, but it had other than pre-Easter until now. Yeah, Q. I don't have any opinion about BTC at the moment. I'm currently doing New Zealand. New Zealand Swissy. Tja. I wanted to come higher before shorting it. Also New Zealand Swiss isn't like the best thing in the world to trade. Swissy has its own mind as well in terms of comes to New Zealand. But if you take, for example, when is the next hour Next RB and Z meeting. When is your calendar coming out, bro? When is your one? That was. Oh, okay. It says there. Okay. 23rd, 24th of May. Okay, it's far into the future. So, I want to sell this thing so bad right now. I can't hold myself even. But it is what it is, I guess. Just waiting for better prices, waiting for better prices, waiting for better prices is horrible to wait for better prices. US oil, still a buy, by the way. Just mentioning it. As we mentioned a bit earlier, a couple of minutes ago, gold is still bullish. Now, you can argue with me for the longest. I will just block you if you can't take into consideration that if you're telling me something and you strongly believe something, you have to show trading histories. I just want to take the piss. What happened yesterday? The thing is, why I lost my cool. You don't see it, but I lost my cool. Was because somebody insists that you can try it in 5 minutes, 30 minutes, and you can be a professional trader. It doesn't really matter the time frame. It does matter the time frame, but the person never provided any proof that actually works for him. So you become like an inflated balloon that just you just become a noisemaker basically. So my point is, if you're going to claim something, at least prove it that it does work, right? If it does work, fine, I will listen to you. I will hear your story. I will have a conversation with you. Great. But if you tell me that 5 minutes time frame works, 15-minute times for work, 1 minute works, just out of the blue, and then you say that it works because you're trading ICT, it has no value to me, right? It has no value to me. Why doesn't it have no value to me? Because it doesn't matter what your trading style is, if it's SD or the blue moon or whatever. If you can't prove that whatever you're doing is correct, if whatever you do is probable for you, how the heck are you going to convince me? Just saying. So, gold is bullish. This guy said gold was bearish. Fair enough. You do you. And we're currently going up we were to 2002, now at 2004. What I've said earlier is, if you want to buy gold, look for the pullback. Okay, so we had a pullback at 7 a.m. Oslo, Berlin time, Paris time, which is 3 hours ago. Fine, that could have been a buy for you. Now you need like these candles to break above. If you're micro, you can look to buy 2001. And then where do you put your stop loss? At least below 1980. But if you have it below 1992, still look forward to buying as long as if it turns around again, as long as it's above 1981. Is that a deal? That's a deal. So literally now it's just to wait for this one to close, come back down again. So that's all. Hi, Evan. What about a CAD seasonality and fundamentals? I asked yesterday, what is your take? I'd like to know. To be honest with you, bro, I'm a bit out of touch about Canada. The only thing that I do know about Canadian economies that they have peaked. Inflation has come down. That's supposed to be bearish. And seasonality for the next period is pretty trashy for USD CAD. Not really anything great. But if I Forex Live, central banks. You'll see. Okay, I can't find. So that's like my first little thought process. Trading economics. Go to trading economics. I can also do it's pretty easy to just do it there as well. I can actually get the facts pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Unemployment rate is 5. Inflation rate is 5.2, down from, can't remember how far it was it 8 or 9 or something? 8, yeah. Okay, so that's considerably lower. Inflation rate is 0.4, still too high. Interest rate 4.5, but they have paused. Business confidence is, yeah, there, I would say. Not really great, but it's there. Not horrible either. Corporate tax, same. Person tax, same. Business confidence, and then consumer confidence is 4.9, still low. So, yeah, it's kind of like a post too high inflation kind of situation. Growth rate was 0. Annual 2.7, which is where you want it to be. So, yeah, I would still say bearish going forward. And then you were looking for seasonality on it, which was pretty flat on the USD CAD, which is the most prominent thing you would look to buy. CAD. And then CAD JPY for reference. Okay. Yeah. Maybe an upside there. So yeah, I sometimes have to bring myself back up to where I want to be. So today, if I've given you value, please leave it a like. I don't really ask for that anymore, but just just if there was something that was fun or anything that you learned today. So what did I go through? I went through, and then I can go through retail sentiment actually. My FX back outlook on USD CAD. Is there anything specific here? No, not really. Just a lot of retail traders has bought it. Sorry. And then if we go to Edge Finder, why do I get something is wrong here, bro? Thank you. There I go. So it's mobile. I'm on a mobile. Okay. That was my problem. I was the problem, not the software. Okay. It may supposed to be seasonality wise, it's not what I said earlier. Nothing really strong. Retail sentiment has bought USD CAD for some reason. COT, strong dollar, weak CAD. Yeah, kind of agree with that. The weakness on the CAD. So yeah. I had. I exited them. So I've been a bit flustered the past year. So if that's a word even, where I haven't really focused on that. So I'm trying to get back to myself, I guess. If that's a thing in terms of trading, where I try to find more long-term trades. The thing is, everything accumulated itself back in with the yen pairs over last year, where we just, we rose and rose and rose, and then end of last year on Aussie yen, for example, we fell towards the end of it. Euro also fell pretty hard, so I don't know. The only thing that I'm angry about at this point is that I've exited my euro yen trades. That probably should have been, but still, when that starts to happening, that starts to happen. So it's more of not a luck, but more like, okay, it has still more persuasion coming in, kind of a thing that we are still rising, but it's not. Okay, it hasn't target yet, but it's a great month. It's been a great month of April. Hi, Ara. Seasonal pound. It's a bit of a mixed bag. It's pretty flat to bearish, maybe, but more like 1st of May going into 1st of June is kind of like more of a bearish one, but you might even find it to be real flat until like mid-May. A new set quarter. But of course, comes into June, first week is always a buy, second week is always a sell, and then whatever happens, kind of a thing. And then July is flat as a pancake. Don't really bother about it, to be honest. So my point here is that we look for yen weakness, which we did, took the profit, got the bag, left it. Pound yen is now coming in with a new high. You can scalp it from here to take away the boxes. You can scalp it from here, where you have a new high, and then tomorrow, I have to redo that. When you have tomorrow a buy, or even today, but you can't really buy it right now, because that's basically a high, so that you continue on the trend. When it comes to pound today, so far, it has risen quite a lot. I would say in a pullback would be looking for a buy on it, and if you want to sell it, you can't sell it until 25. So is eminently a good thing to just wait for this one to come back down again, so you can take a buy up. Given that it still holds above 23.50, which your stop loss should be below, and I hope everyone knows that. How do you enter this market? You look for pullback areas. You then do that, or you then do that, depending. Stop loss below there, and you're good. And you're very much welcome. You asked for USSR a very long time ago, and I said yesterday in the stream that in A1 stream that it is only a buy. It's a flat out buy, and ever since I said that, we have fallen down. Okay, that means that this is going to be looked at as a pullback to buy. How deep should it be? Should you buy now 1824? Should you wait to 1820? Should you wait to 1815? I would say all three are equally good trade to take. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you have okay, Ivan. As long as you have risk management, lot size is correct and everything, then fine, you can take it up. But yeah, Stefano says pound Swiss can be bought at 111.30. 111. Okay, let me look at this one. Okay, so let's take weekly into consideration then. Is that an M2? Okay, cool. Let's run this one down. Resistance. Okay, this can be looked at as a double bottom, new high, new high. This trade will be number one. Number one is the riskiest. Number one is the aggressivest. And number one is one you get sometimes loss, sometimes win. If you do wait for the pullback, wait for the new high, comes back down again, and then buys, then that's a different story. 111.30. I would agree with you. That goes back to what I said about just being an aggressive trade. So if you do take a trade and it does go below 110.80 ish, below 110.70, that's your stop loss down there, and then you run. It's simple as that. Hello, Carl. So yeah, 100%. So can you buy 11.30? Yeah, absolutely. Just need to put a banner up. No, I didn't do that. That was the other day. So what did I buy on stream? I bought Aussie in New Zealand at 1.0846 and stop loss is 108. Something like that. But yeah. Can you speak ball? Yeah. I would agree with you there. Earnings this week, will it make it or break it for US recession? As any earnings season is make it or break it for US recession. Is it going to come now? Is it going to come later? Is it going to be boring? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be fun? I don't know. It's only a philosophical question, but it shouldn't bother you. Well, it can bother you as a trader, but it shouldn't. In terms of that you have to trade in now or what the market believes is going to happen in the future. Meaning that if the market believes it's going to be a recession, they're going to price in that recession, even if it doesn't happen. If the market believes it's going to be no recession, then they're going to price in a recession, even though if a recession does show up. Okay, so I would say to you that yes, follow it, pay attention, see what the major tech companies do. Are they laying off people? Are they having a lot of earnings? I saw that Netflix saw a very good analysis on Netflix this morning, where they said that they had made it very difficult for password sharing. They have lost 1 million customers in Russia, or whatever those million customers came from, at least from Russia. They went into cross control instead of doubling down on new content, and their CEOs or whatever earned a bunch of money. Poppy comes in with a very positive reinforcement. Yes, I'll always try my best to have a stream every day. Every day is an option. Every day is an option. So thank you for being here, Poppy. I'm a one-man show. I can only be one place at one time, apparently. And I desperately feel that. I desperately feel being a one-man show. I desperately feel it. Can we short New Zealand CAD now? Pound Aussie. Okay, we shall do so. Okay. Seems like my previous trading plan failed like a ton of bricks. And we have fallen pretty hard. Got into a range. I expect this one to continue falling until we break above 1885. Meaning, this is currently. I guess it's 4 hour. Okay, I thought it was 4 hour. It's short-term bearish, long-term bullish. As long as it is, okay, yeah, it's just, yeah. So that's the point where it becomes bearish, and as long as it doesn't make a new higher high, it is bearish. And if it comes down to, yeah, that's like a secondary place for people to buy. But I see this as bearish to a range, small range on a 1 hour to bearish. Meaning, if you're thinking of buying it because of strong dollar, weak Aussie, not yet. Makes sense. One. Key. Q. Key. Yeah. Depending. I'm not too sure about Dutch though. I haven't looked at your knock yet, bro. Your knock to the upside is knockout. Yeah. It's a knockout on Kronach. So it's 100% higher. Pound knock is equally as good as well. Would you buy stock from Norway if you had a New Zealand citizenship? Nah. Also, the thing is about which I talked about yesterday, and when it comes to Norway and any country for that matter, is there's a question: is how attractive is the country for foreign investors? That's kind of, I can't even spell attractive today. Attractive. Okay, whatever that is then. If that is wrong, I'm sorry. So, and Norway is becoming more and more less attractive. The same with Kenya. It's becoming less and less attractive for foreign investors to come here and do business, and that hurts the economy. That hurts the currency. It hurts the money flow. It hurts the liquidation. But by all means, can you make money in Norwegian stocks? Yes, absolutely. Should you buy Equinor, Hydro, what is it called now? Yara, big Norwegian half state owned companies that was making bucks in 2022, left, right, and center, and stinking rich. Sure. But I believe it might be better to look to maybe America for less volatility. But you definitely have the Forex implication to it if your money is in Australian. But if you're paid in Norwegian kroner, of course, it's a no-brainer to buy the Norwegian stock exchange. Those are just general things. So Mr. Anis asked for Aussie CAD. I will do Australian dollar first because Mr. Ari asked for it a bit earlier. And if you look at Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, what is it now? It is a complete range, complete utter nonsense to trade it because it doesn't give you any profits at the moment because it doesn't have a trend. And that's what you need. You need to have change of price to be able to make any money or lose money for that matter. It doesn't really matter. You need to have a change of price. And do we currently have that in a trend? No, we don't. So it's a complete nonsense. Okay, I'm not going to be this harsh, but yeah, it's not worth your time and money. Kind of thing. I asked, can we short New Zealand CAD? 9 people have voted, 89%. says no. Lol. So if you want, unless you're a range trader, bro, you do you. Can we check Australian dollar cap? What's the direction you want me to take on it before you even look at the chart on it? You need to have a great idea of where you think it will go. Can't make money on my Aus New Zealand. So meaning, because when you look at Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, it's true commodities. And that makes things a bit weird because it doesn't always trend in the direction that you want to do, or all of a sudden it spikes down up because one gets strong, one gets weak all of a sudden, and it's just mayhem on Earth. As expected, we have quite a rangy market. April has been low, but it's pretty deep pullbacks, and I would say it's pretty unfavorable to trading. When it comes to it is pretty bearish, and if it comes to shorting it, it does respect somehow the sell levels, which in turn should make you maybe look for a short now, but it's very, I don't know, bro. Very uncertain. It's, I don't know how to react to. I'm just speaking about. Okay, so I don't know how to react to this. I call them weird currency exchange because they're supposed to do the same thing. They're supposed to move in the same direction, and when you have a range, yeah, sure. But what kind of profitability do we have in these ranges? I don't have good profitability in these ranges, and it's absolutely sucks the life out of me even trying to find a trade here because it's only going to make me lose money. So I've become so old in this game; it doesn't really interest me to do Aussie cat. But I would do gold anytime in any day. But if it doesn't have a trend, then it's kind of worthless. It's kind of like give the money to the porns. Give the money to the. I would rather want you to feed a family than to feed the Forex market with money on the Australian dollar cat, unless you're selling it. I don't know Norwegian stocks. I want to move my money out of the country. I got investigated in Norway. You want to move the money out of New Zealand or out of Norway? Oh, yeah, okay, now I understand what you mean. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. But if you have a Norwegian salary, if you have a Norwegian salary and Norwegian money, so I guess what you are what you're mentioning is the origin of the money. That is the problem for them, and they can't verify. You have to verify where your sources of income, because they've really cracked down on sources of funds and money laundering in Norway. And banks gets fined left, right, and center nowadays for money for not taking enough actions to prevent potential money laundering. Oh, Poppy. Okay. Now that's funny. No, that's funny. Now you're into something very funny there. That's a Norwegian state, by the way. What he's talking about is that he got injured. When you got injured, you go to social office and you ask for you claim money for them because you're not able to work. That's where social state work. That's how it works. Though they will not give you money if you have your own in your own sources. And there has been cases where if you can borrow money from your parents, if you have any sorts of wealth, house, car, anything, almost stocks, they will not give you money for whatever reason. So it is absolutely hopeless, and it can take a long time for that application to be approved. So it says that now was investigating him, which is now it's a social office where you get social benefits. Well, of course you have to do everything. They have to do everything in their power to make sure they don't give out money to people who don't deserve it. But that also makes people who legitimately need it to feel like criminals on the other side. So now, yeah, okay. But the thing is, when it comes to stocks and money, and you said, well, Norway weaponized my buying of stocks, but that was I just went down the rabbit hole of explaining what has happened lately about money laundering, about banks. But then Nav is a different beast, by the way, when it comes to trying to find every angle or every turn or bend or twist to not give you what you deserve. That's what they have become. And to a degree, I can kind of understand that they can't just give out money to anyone and everything, but at least give it to ones that legitimately needs it. But unfortunately, that makes people who actually needs it, but they question to not get what they need. Bull Bear has a big question. How long will it take to become a profitable trader does on average? Is there any mentorship students in here? No, there isn't. Maybe Roxana was here. No, okay, there's no. Okay, so yeah. My mentorship is 6 months. That should take you from a complete idiot to become professional, all depending that you do the work. That is under my management. If you take my story, it took me 2 years without a mentor, without anyone helping me out. I started small, did everything that there is the book to do. I have done account management, algo, bots, binary, 1 minute to 5 minutes, 15 minutes, engulfing, trend, morning star, evening star, patterns, flag, and wedge, and whatever they claim to do out there. Stochastics, RSI, all those other technical indicators that YouTube teaches you about. I've done all of that. That took me 2 years, 2 to 3 years to figure that out. That was not a great thing to do. So my story is not a typical one, and it's not something that if I take you to become profitable, that's not what it will take. So 6 months is kind of what I say, but it's very heavily dependent that you have a lot of self-discipline. You take in what I say, you actually listen to what I say, because also people do that, and then they come later back and say, Ivan, I should have listened to you. And I'm like, no shit, Sherlock, but okay, welcome to the clan. Jump in the bus. So yeah. But what people generally take is probably 2 years, because they don't come to me straight out of the gates. They've already gone somewhere else. How do you know? How do you know if the market has priced in what? Number one, when it comes to interest rate for America, it is this thing here. Says currently we have priced in 25 basis point rate hike. This comes from the 2-year and the 10-year T-note, which is on the charts here. US 2-year and US 10-year. That's what this is derived from. That's the mathematical or the reverse version of those things to figure out what is priced in or not. Then you have all these data. all these newsletters that comes out and talks about what does the market currently do or know or think about. That's what's already priced in. But if there's a new theory coming up, a big theory coming up, it is not priced in. How do you know that? Because market will move a certain amount of peps for a certain for specific events, and if you know it should take them 300 pips to move and only moved 50 or 100 already, you know there's 200 left. So it's just about a bit of experience, a bit about what is the news about and how much does it impact the market. If you're thinking of us having 2.5% interest rate in America, it's not priced in whatsoever. If you're thinking about a recession, it's not priced in yet. Why do you know? How do you know that recession is not priced in yet in the markets? Because we would then see a 30% drop or so, 50 to 30. We're currently going higher. So, no, we haven't priced in yet. I earn a lot of money, 15 years in the fishing industry, shoulders, all work injuries. Yeah, I support you, Bobby. I support you. There's nothing to worry about. I'm just saying that Nav it's their own beast. I know of many people who is fighting Nav for various reasons. And some of it is valid on Nav's part, and some other times it is absolutely ridiculous that they haven't done what they're supposed to be doing. But yeah. So when it comes to gold this morning, yeah, it's okay. There's nothing to say sorry about, Poppy. There's nothing to say sorry about. It is very frustrating. That's just how Knob is. And it's your fight against Goliath. More than anything else. That's just the deal. So this one has not closed yet. So I guess we have 10 more minutes until this one closes, and then after that closes, then that's what I'm looking for. If Pawan is here, can you please make yourself noted? Unless I don't see you. No, I don't see you there. Okay, cool. So, I can just say now. So before this, so Pavan in Discord is asking me, what is the role of retail sentiment? So sentiment is important. It's just as much as you have COT, which is the positioning of the big boys. You look at their trend. Where are they generally trying to position themselves? So if you look at COT report, which is the big boys, and what they do compared to retail traders. What big boys are normal, not necessarily is right, but they're more right than wrong, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm just wondering why is Alibaba giving me this as commercial? Anyone telling me why? So okay, so when it comes to net positions, you look for non-commercial, and they are generally bearish to flat now on dollar. But if you look at, for example, retail sentiment out of Daily FX and out of my Forex book, my FX book, it is generally that shorting euro, shorting pound yen, buying USD CAD, and many euros currently trying to go higher. So that would increase their sales position because they're always wrong. And you can see here their average short price is 108 on euro at the moment. And if you go to the chart and you look for where is 108, 108 is basically not this low. It's actually it's actually this low. That's where they shorted. And they are seriously wrong all the time. And the more the market trends in a direction, the more wrong they are, kind of a thing. The more they double down on the wrong ideas. And you're wondering how the heck can't they get out of a trade when they were 200 pips out of a loss? I don't know. So as this one increases, that's why I go to into daily FX, because they have a graph. So let me find a graph that I can explain nicely and dancely. Because a euro dollar, Aussie dollar always works very nicely. So that's a euro dollar. So let's try to find peaks here. I don't have tools. No, I don't have any tools. Okay, so here is the peak. Here is the bottom of the market, right? High, low, low, high. If you look at the position sizing, this is the amount of sellers, net short. This is the amount of buyers. Currently, we've had a lot of sales coming in here in the direction where it was at 108, right? Shorts, a lot of shorts here. If this thing goes lower and lower, that means more and more shorts. If this goes higher and higher, as if it is here, there's more and more buyers. So when it comes closer to 70 or 80 or 30 or lower, we tend to peak somehow. Meaning we are turning into more extreme values of traders really trying to get that trend in that direction. So if you go from here, there is 65% buyers down to 30. From 65 to 30. What happens to price? In the meantime, it goes higher and 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 higher. We goes from 65 again down to 50. That's price. What happens to so price goes down? What happens to retail buyers? They are buying from 28% all the way up to 65, 64, 63. Absolutely ridiculous. So price falls, they buy. Price rises, they sell. Price rises, they sell. All right, I'll take it. So let's go to Euro New Zealand this morning. We are still making profit on Euro New Zealand. And I bought also New Zealand. Yeah, 2 pips in profit there, 1.6 now. New Zealand dollar can sell its own C. New Zealand yen can sell its own C. New Zealand CAD, I really want to sell it. Can't really sell it. And New Zealand Swiss is still on the radar. But yeah. So New Zealand CAD has hit target this week. So it is not favorable at the moment. The other question that we have to ask ourselves, or need to point out for this week, is that we have CPI for New Zealand this week. I'm just going to find where that day is so that we can apply. So that is on Wednesday, 4 a.m. Which day is it today? Oh, that's next week. What's going on here, bro? This week, and was it? That was Aussie. Okay, that was Aussie. Sorry. Seems to be the hardest word today. Where is that then? Okay, inflation. Right. When is it coming? 19th, 4th. Is it today then? Why was I blind? Clear. New Zealand. Okay, it comes in on Thursday. Okay. Okay. Overall, year over year down, month over month up. That's a worry. That's a worry. That can make us come when New Zealand gets strong again, which is against what we want to see. Then we can short it then. So that's that. Okay, peeps. Please like, follow, whatever you do. I'll try to be streaming tomorrow as well. Try is the word. Other than that, love your family. Boom. And take care. You can buy gold, euro, pound, and yen pairs if you want to. And you can sell New Zealand dollar.